You're listening to Work It Lady, where the goal is for all ladies to be the best versions of ourselves. And if we happen to be moms, be the best moms ever and maintain our sanity while we do it. Okay, ladies. So today we're going to be talking about some health benefits. We're all trying to increase our health. Kudos to all of you who clicked on this and are trying to get some information about increasing your health. So, of course, we've all heard the term an apple a day keeps the doctor away, right? Well, in this case, especially with green apples, there is definitely some weight to that famous little statement. Okay. So, we're going to talk about green apples. And what I'm going to do first is kind of just tell you some of the health benefits in general of apples. Then I'm going to tell you some health benefits specifically for the liver that green apples are especially good for. And then I'll share at the end just kind of my little 2 cents and my little self experiment and journey that I kind of learned some information personally on with the green apples. And then at the very end, there is also a challenge as well. Okay. So I hope that you will stick around for all of it. So let's go ahead and let's get started with some of the benefits of green apples. Okay. So of course, like any, whole food, something that isn't processed or anything that's coming straight from the plant, you're going to get a bunch of phytonutrients. Okay. So Granny Smith apples, AKA green apples, are a good source of this beneficial plant compound. Okay. So phytonutrients, of course, offer a wide variety of health benefits from anti-cancer properties, and they also aid in our antioxidant function and protect our cells from genetic mutations. And as we know, genetic mutations are typically what end up leading to that dreaded C word. Okay. We don't want to get cancers and things like that. Okay. So certain researchers have done some comparative studies with the different types of apples, such as, of course, the Granny Smith that we're talking about, Red Delicious and Royal Galas. And of course, this is just a lighthearted study, so we don't want to read too much into it, but it does hint at the fact that the Granny Smith apple in particular might offer other special health benefits due to its specific concentration of phytonutrients. And me personally, I think it's just because they're green and the other apples are red. That seems really basic when you think about it. But if you just think about our other foods that are super concentrated with our phytonutrients and all of those essential amino acids and everything, they are typically very, very green, right? Like they're super green. We think of kale, collard greens, things like that. And so I think the apple, the Granny Smith, because it's green, it does have that something about green. Okay. Just like with blueberries, it's something about blue, these naturally occurring beautiful colors in nature that also have these amazing benefits for our health. Okay. Now, let's talk a little bit more about the health benefits. Okay. We talked about reducing the C word. So how does that actually happen? What is the Granny Smith apple actually doing to do that? So the antioxidant activity of green apples help to protect against cancer cells from forming. And it does it through the ability to neutralize free radicals. And of course, we know free radicals are unstable molecules that cause DNA damage and protein damage as well. Okay. They're produced as a normal part of the metabolism, but what happens is if there is an imbalance, then that's when the issues occur. So antioxidants like those contained in our green apples help to prevent the oxidation reaction and keep everything all balanced out. Okay. So, it is specifically had a really good effect on inhibiting colon cancer and liver cancer cell growth. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more towards the end. But some more things: lowers cholesterol. The fiber in these apples binds to cholesterol and bile acids in the digestive tract and prevents them from being reabsorbed back into circulation. So remember, we eat stuff, it goes into our gut, which is like most of our immune system. And what these apple does, and some apples, all apples, and in a certain degree, because they have fiber, bind to all of those bad cholesterols and oils that aren't supposed to be there, and help to pass it out instead of it being absorbed, into our bloodstream. Now, this is one that is interesting. Improves vision. And when I was researching this, the improvement of vision came up several times for the Granny Smith apple, which I thought was really cool. So here's a reason for it. It says, due to the high content of vitamin A and vitamin C, these beauties are great for eye health and vision. And eye health is dependent on, of course, good blood flow, which helps the body to deliver that nutrients to the eyes. Also, vitamin A aids in maintaining healthy skin and mucous membranes, while vitamin C promotes collagen production and keeps the connective tissue strong. And so these two together, that are paired so beautifully in these Granny Smiths, help to work together to give us that great vision. Okay, so that's just a couple more. Now let's talk about the benefits for the liver. And of course, anything that's going to benefit your liver is also more than likely going to also benefit your large intestines, colon as well. Okay. So the polyphenols present in the Granny Smith or green apple keep serum and lipid levels of the liver under control. The apples carry pectin and malic acid that help remove toxins and carcinogens. And these apples have anti-inflammatory properties that protect you against fatty liver. Now, if you've heard of fatty liver, that basically just comes, some people just kind of naturally are more prone to having a fatty liver, kind of just like a genetic thing. And then others, we can develop fatty liver when we have a lot of oil in our diet, when we basically are not having anything in our bodies that we're putting in that is going to help our liver to remove all those extra excess oils and things like that from our liver. So then it all just starts to kind of build up, and it almost forms like a fat drop on your liver. And when a doctor kind of rolls over your liver, they're kind of checking to see then if you have fatty liver. So if they start feeling those little bumps on the liver, then they know you've got a fatty liver. So in essence, it's kind of almost like little fat pockets like hanging off of your liver, but those can be corrected to some degree and turn around, and you can have a healthy functioning liver. So if you have been diagnosed with fatty liver, or anything in that family, any digestive issues, things like that, high cholesterol, any not anti-inflammatory, any inflammatory issues. So let's say you have a condition where inflammation is kind of the root cause of it, add some Granny Smith apples to your diet. And what I have found when I did this years ago, I noticed that immediately, I would say probably after about 3 weeks of me having a Granny Smith apple every single day, I really started to feel a difference. I mean, it was pretty intense. I was like, wow, first of all, I kind of always had like upper upset stomach, and sometimes that can be like a liver thing, it could be like a bile duct thing or a liver thing, but either way it needs to be cleaned. So started eating the Granny Smith, was like, I'm just gonna give this a try and kind of see if it settles some of my stomach issues and things like that. And lo and behold, I'm saying like 3 weeks of having a Granny Smith apple every day, like I straight up felt like a whole new person. I'm like, my tummy does not ache, like I am feeling good, my inflammation inflammation had went down. I can always tell when I'm starting to get like an inflammation buildup in my body. I'll start to kind of have like some joint pain, just like right in my knuckles and things like that. And that really helped to kind of put that at bay. So for me and my personal experience, excuse me, this really does work. It works well. And I would say, let's get into the challenge now. Okay. So the challenge is, ladies, how about we all have one green Granny Smith apple every day for the next month? I challenge you to do that and see how much better you feel. I really feel like it has helped me a lot. And like everybody, right? We find these great little health tricks and we do them and then we fall off the bandwagon. So that was me. I did this experiment years and years ago after realizing that I want to bring some of my levels down and everything, boost my health. Did it, saw the benefits, kind of kept it going for quite some time. But then I kind of got sucked into some of my other health little things that I found and good foods and kind of started doing them. And then you forget about this other one that you really liked, or you just start snacking on junk. That happens too, right? So right now I see the need for me to kind of get back on this one. I think this is what my body needs right now. To kind of, I was getting a little bit of upset stomach again and things that I normally don't have. And I don't know why. It's because I was sitting up there eating things that I don't normally eat all the time. So this is kind of like a nice way to do like a little mini cleanse, daily maintenance. Think of it that way. Just having your green apple every day. Don't focus on the other stuff. We're just going to focus on one green apple every day for a month. See if we can keep that going and see how much better we feel after the month. Okay. All right, ladies. So I hope this episode on the benefits of green apples, Granny Smith apples, has been beneficial to you. I hope you learned something new. I hope that I have motivated you to try this little challenge and see how you feel. Okay, this was a pretty easy one. A little bit more information in my new Work It Lady nutrition classes that I'm offering now that I am a certified nutrition coach. I am going to be kind of doing more hands-on with this experiment with the ladies in that group. So we'll be talking about how we feel after we do this. I'll be giving them some guidance when we start this process of doing this little mini cleansing journey together for the month. So I hope that you'll join. Remember, my classes are affordable. Class meets once a month and it's only $5. So I really hope that you'll hop on with us and check it out. All right, ladies, I want to thank you so much for listening to Work It Lady. Have a great day and we'll see you in the next episode.